Welcome back to Squawk. We have a news alert on the Fed and President Trump's nomination of Judy Shelton. Steve Liesman has some news to bring us this morning.
We've been talking about Powell's response yesterday to a question about whether or not he supports diversity on the Federal Reserve, and some suggestion from people familiar with his thinking about whether or not he really is supporting Judy Shelton's nomination or would support it if he were asked and responded directly. He was asked yesterday generically about diversity on the Fed, and Becky's the one who said, wait a second, it could have just been anything. Let's hear what Jay Powell said real quick.
I'm strongly inclined to think that you need to hear all sides of a case. In fact, when I was a private equity investor, I used to speak against my own deals just to force people to defend them, so I would get, really get a sense that I believe in things. So it's critical to have diverse perspectives.
Now, I will be the first to admit, I interpreted that as a kind of a wink and a nod. Like, it's okay to have Judy Shelton.
Favorable for Judy
Shelton. And the senator you just had on, who asked the question, interpreted it the same way. People familiar with his thinking said, maybe not.
Yeah, to me, it's more like, how do you possibly say I don't want diverse opinions? I want a bunch of yes men sitting at the table.
I think, Becky, you read that correctly, which was sort of on the surface. My inclination, unfortunately, is to read the tea leaves maybe a little bit too much sometimes.
Okay, so take it one step further. What does that mean then if she actually, either if she gets on the board, which is, I imagine, likely, but if once she's there, he's not happy about it?
I think the concerns that are out there that are shared, by the way, by Republicans and Democrats are shared at the Fed. A person who supports the gold standard, a person who has changed her views quite a bit from one administration to the next, a person who would be very highly connected, apparently, to the administration. I think that raises concerns at the Federal Reserve.
But your handicap is she still gets the nod.
I don't have a handicap on this. I don't really know, because we talked to some senators' offices yesterday, some high-level Republicans, some high-level Democrats. I didn't have anybody saying she's a shoo-in. I didn't hear that. It's all I can say, and I'm not doing this for ratings purposes, is it's something worth watching. It's going to be interesting.
Going from miles and miles from neutral to cutting rates 3 times is sort of changing your mind a lot and currying favor with the Trump administration.
That's true.
Okay. Powell's got the same. You could level the same criticism.
You could, but you would say that Powell had reasons that are, I think, reasonably consistent.
He's still getting hammered by
There
Trump,
was a trade war, and there was a whole bunch of things that happened.
I know. Now we got coronavirus.
Right.
And we have such clarity coming, as you noted, that we're measuring sulfur dioxide levels to find out.
Fine particulate matters, Joe.
And Becky, you might is the particulate pollution going up a little because economic activities coming back, or is it going up because there's cremation?
I'm not going to go there.
That's a real.
I'm not going to go there. I do know that it's an interesting linkage between the pollution levels and the economic activity.